Single-player FPS games deliver some of the most thrilling, cinematic, and unforgettable moments in gaming. From gripping storylines to heart-pounding shootouts, these titles prove you don't need an internet connection to experience greatness. Whether you crave high-octane action or rich, immersive worlds, these games have something for every shooter fan. So if you're hunting for standout solo adventures, these are the must-play FPS games that deserve a spot on your radar. BioShock invites you into one of the most haunting and unforgettable worlds ever crafted in a video game. Set deep beneath the ocean in the ruined city of Rapture, you play as Jack, a plane crash survivor who uncovers a dark, twisted utopia gone wrong. The city is teeming with deranged splicers, powerful big daddies, and eerie secrets around every corner. The game's atmosphere is unmatched, eerie, immersive, and dripping with tension. Combat mixes classic gunplay with plasmids, genetic powers that let you shoot lightning, fire, and more. Strategic combos of weapons, powers, and environmental traps keep every fight fresh. But it's BioShock's narrative and world building that elevate it. Each hallway, recording, and visual detail reveals the tragic downfall of Rapture. With its philosophical undertones, iconic twist, and unforgettable storytelling, BioShock isn't just a shooter, it's an experience. If you've missed it, there's no better time to dive in.
The cops on me?
My daddy's smarter than Einstein, struggled in Hercules, and lights a fire with a snap of his finger. Are you as good as my daddy, mister? Not as good.
Titanfall 2 delivers one of the most thrilling and polished single-player FPS campaigns to date. What begins as a routine military op quickly evolves into a high-octane journey filled with wall-running, mech battles, and stunning level design. The movement system is the standout. You'll wall-run, slide, and chain parkour moves with a fluidity that feels incredibly satisfying. But what truly sets the game apart is BT, your loyal Titan. The growing bond between pilot and machine adds emotional depth that hits surprisingly hard. Each mission throws something new at you, whether it's shifting between timelines or navigating a colossal assembly line of moving platforms. The campaign may be brief, but it's relentlessly creative and tightly paced. Titanfall 2 flew under the radar at release, but it's now hailed as a must-play. For fans of fast, fluid combat and cinematic storytelling, this is one FPS you can't miss. Half-Life 2 is a genre-defining FPS that set a new standard for storytelling, gameplay, and immersion. You play as Gordon Freeman, a silent protagonist thrust into a bleak world controlled by the alien Combine. From the first swing of your crowbar, the game grips you with its perfect pacing, blending intense shootouts, environmental puzzles, and cinematic moments. The gravity gun is a game changer, allowing you to manipulate the world in creative, often brutal ways. From launching saw blades at enemies to solving clever physics-based puzzles, it keeps the gameplay constantly fresh. The world building is rich and immersive, with iconic locations like Ravenholm's horror-filled streets and the desperate resistance battles in City Sentine. Half-Life 2 doesn't just tell a story, it makes you live it. Even years after release, it remains one of the most influential and unforgettable FPS games ever made. If you haven't played it yet, now's the time. Far Cry 3 is a thrilling, open-world, first-person shooter that blends intense action with a gripping narrative. Set on a lush, tropical island, you play as Jason Brody, a young man stranded and forced to survive while rescuing his friends from a group of dangerous pirates. The standout feature is its villain, Vas Montenegro, a brilliantly acted antagonist whose unpredictability keeps you on edge. The gameplay combines stealth, exploration, and all-out gunfights with a satisfying progression system that rewards crafting and skill upgrades. The island itself is stunning, filled with wildlife, hidden secrets, and dynamic encounters. Side missions, radio towers, and enemy outposts keep you busy for hours. Despite some repetitive tasks, Far Cry 3 delivers a captivating experience with deep immersion and memorable characters. It's a must-play for fans of open-world shooters and storytelling.
Shit!
S.T.A.L.K.E.R. Call of Pripyat drops you deep into the Chernobyl exclusion zone, a bleak, haunting landscape where danger lurks in every shadow. This isn't your typical run-and-gun shooter. It's a hardcore survival experience where every bullet matters, supplies are scarce, and the line between hunter and hunted is razor-thin. The game thrives on atmosphere, blending tense exploration with unpredictable encounters and environmental hazards like radiation and deadly anomalies. What sets Call of Pripyat apart is its open-ended world and dynamic A-life system. I-factions and creatures live their own lives, fighting, moving, and surviving independent of the player. Missions can shift based on your choices, making every playthrough unique. From scavenging gear in abandoned buildings to navigating political tensions between rival factions, the zone is immersive, brutal, and unforgettable. If you're looking for an FPS that demands patience, planning, and grit, Call of Pripyat is the definitive survival shooter. Wolfenstein. The New Order reimagines the classic franchise with a bold mix of explosive action, emotional storytelling, and a chilling alternate history. You step into the boots of B.J. Blazkowicz, a war hero awakening in a world where the Nazis won World War II and now rule with terrifying technology and brutal efficiency. The game throws you into a desperate resistance fight, armed with heavy firepower and dual-wielding mayhem. The combat is fast, brutal, and endlessly satisfying, from stealthy takedowns to all-out firefights with hulking enemies. But what truly elevates the New Order is its story. Between the chaos are quiet, human moments that explore loss, hope, and the cost of war. You'll form real connections with the Resistance, making each mission, from stealthy infiltrations to mech-filled battles, feel personal and impactful. With its blend of heart and havoc, the New Order stands out as one of the most memorable, single-player FPS games ever made. If you thought Doom 2010 was intense, Doom Eternal takes it to a whole new level. This is first-person shooting at its most extreme, fast, furious, and unrelenting. There's no room for cover or passive play. You're always moving, dashing, swapping weapons, and chaining brutal glory kills just to survive. Every fight is a high-speed chess match where the only winning move is absolute destruction. The game pushes you to master its mechanics. New movement options like double jumps and dashes make combat more fluid than ever. The expanded weapon arsenal lets you approach each battle in countless ways. Level design is top tier, filled with giant arenas, secrets to discover, and smooth platforming sections. And then there's the soundtrack. Mick Gordon's metal-fueled score is pure adrenaline. It makes every encounter feel like a metal concert of mayhem. Doom Eternal isn't just a game, it's a non-stop, heart-pounding thrill ride. one of those underrated gems that deserves way more recognition. If you're a fan of single-player first-person shooters, F.E.A.R. is essential. Released in 2005, it blended tight, satisfying gunplay with psychological horror in a way few games have since. The slow-motion combat is a highlight. Kick down a door, activate bullet time, and watch as bullets shred the environment, sparks fly, and enemies react with brutal realism. But what really sets F.E.A.R. apart is the atmosphere. The horror isn't cheap or filled with jump scares. It's psychological, creepy sounds, unsettling environments, and Alma, the terrifying ghost girl who always shows up when you least expect it. It keeps you constantly on edge, wondering what's real. Even today, the AI remains some of the best in any shooter. Enemies flank, coordinate, and push you to adapt. F.E.A.R. is a perfect mix of action and dread. If you missed it back then, now's the time to dive in. Halo Combat Evolved is the game that changed everything for console shooters. When it launched on the original Xbox, it redefined what first-person shooters could be. From the moment you land on the Halo ring as Master Chief, you're thrown into a sci-fi epic full of massive battles, incredible music, and unforgettable moments. The gunplay still holds up today, smooth, responsive, and tactical. The two-weapon system, regenerating shields, and smart AI enemies all made each fight feel dynamic. And the sandbox approach meant you could tackle encounters your way, especially with vehicles like the Warthog and Banshee, adding freedom and chaos. But what truly makes Halo legendary is its atmosphere. The mystery of the Ring World, the war with the Covenant, and the horror of the Flood create a campaign that sticks with you. Whether it's nostalgia or your first run, Halo Combat Evolved is a must-play classic for any FPS fan.
All units, suspect is a confirmed cyber psycho. Do not engage. A max tac squad has been dispatched.
Cyberpunk 2077 may have stumbled at launch, but today it stands as one of the most impressive open-world FPS RPG hybrids available. Night City is absolutely stunning, vibrant, dense, and alive with stories waiting to unfold. Gameplay offers incredible flexibility. You can go in guns blazing, sneak through with stealth, or use advanced hacking and cyberware to control the battlefield. Combat feels sharp and satisfying, especially with recent updates and expansions. From smart weapons to brutal mantis blades, every tool feels powerful and purposeful. Cyberware abilities like slowing time or leaping across rooftops make you feel like a true futuristic merc. RPG mechanics allow for deep character customization, letting you shape your playstyle completely. But it's the storytelling that truly shines. Emotional, mature, and unforgettable. Side quests and the main narrative are packed with depth and consequence. If you passed on Cyberpunk 2077 before, now is the time to dive in. That's our list of must-play single-player FPS games that truly stand out. From fast-paced action to deep narrative experiences, these titles prove why the genre is still going strong. If you've played any of them, like Project Straylight, tell me your favorite moment in the comments below. And if I missed a hidden gem that deserves the spotlight, feel free to share it. I'm always looking for great new shooters. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more gaming content. Thanks for watching. Catch you in the next one.